Hopefully I'm not standing between everybody and lunch, because I know that will lose everyone very quickly. But as she said, I'm Jake Ludington. I do publish a blog called delightedrobot.com, also jakeludington.com, and if you follow me in the affiliate space, I am the most frequent blogger on Has Offers, the affiliate tracking platform's blog. I got into video, I don't know, back in 2000, and largely started doing it as tech interviews where I would go to trade shows and interview people and get sponsored for the coverage. And somewhere along the way, I got picked up MTV, published a few of my videos, and then I figured out that you could actually make money with affiliate marketing and videos. And I thought this stat was particularly interesting. In May 2012, over 10 billion video ads were served, 75 million hours of video. That's a lot of, and that's not 75 million hours of like entertainment video, that's 75 million hours of advertising video. And that number is expected to keep going up. So people are watching video ads, and there is a real opportunity there for video advertising to play an important role in performance marketing. So some of the things that I find beneficial about video, and I'll interrupt for a second. If any of you have any questions, if you could step up to the mic, and you can interrupt me at any point in my presentation. I'm not somebody who feels like I have to go straight through to the end before I'll take a question. So if you have a question, stop me. Please use the mic so that it gets picked up on the camera. Some of the benefits, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world behind Google. Those two things seem to play very complementary to each other. If you publish videos on YouTube very frequently, they will end up on the front page of search results these days. One of the reasons I say that video is hard, that is a benefit. While it's challenging to create, it's a lot greater barrier to competition. I've been doing kind of what I would call niche content marketing through blogging and various other like forum channels for approximately 10 years. And the thing that I found there is that it's very easy to scrape your content. It's very easy for people to copy you. If you've ever seen your self cited as a source on eHow, you'll know just how easy it is to get crushed by companies with a lot more money than you have if you're a smaller affiliate. But video is a lot harder to do, and typically people actually embed the videos that you create. So if you put a video on YouTube or Vimeo or anywhere else, a lot of times the sites that are ripping off your content are just posting your video. And if you have strategically done some of the things that I'll talk about a little bit later for affiliate marketing with your video, that can actually be beneficial, because then they're driving traffic back to the things that you're running offers on. As I said, there's less competition in the SERPs. Google is going now to, in a lot of cases, if there are 4 videos about a topic, they will show anywhere from 2 to 4 of those videos simultaneously, often on the front page of the search result for the keyword that someone was searching for, because that is the priority level that they are placing on video. And granted, that changes around from day to day. Every time I do a search, they seem to be putting video in different places. But the most consistent thing I have seen is if there are at least 4 videos that are a direct match for whatever the keyword topic was being searched, those will show up in search results. Opportunity for additional listing in the search results. I have an example that I could pull up where I actually have, because I have a video that somebody else actually conveniently linked to the landing page of an offer for me from the description of their video, and 2 articles that all show up on the same first page of the search results. So where Google's kind of moved away from showing multiple pages of text on a search result, that video gets you an extra page of visibility in search. The other thing is people are visual learners. There's a lot of people who may read text and gloss over it, but if you give them a video, they're a lot more likely to have a better understanding of the topic that you're covering. And one of the things that I have found is if you show somebody step by step that these are the things that you need to do to solve your problem, the thing that they want to do is use the exact tools, the exact software that you used in the process that you demonstrated. They don't want to go off and figure out how to adapt what you showed them to what they already have. They want to spend money on the products that you use in the video. So if you make it easy for them, they're going to spend money. And then video content is shareable, and it seems to me, I don't have hard metrics on how much video content is shared versus blog type content. But in a lot of cases, the stuff that I have done that is very affiliate specific is a lot more likely to get shared when it's a video than when it's just a text landing page. So a word of caution, you need to know the offer terms. I mean, I guess if you work in the affiliate space, that's something that you should just know in general. But I have found out the hard way that you can get kicked out of programs by linking directly to affiliate programs from places like YouTube, partially because back when I started doing affiliate offers on YouTube, there were no terms of service saying you couldn't like link from YouTube or you couldn't link from Twitter or anywhere else. And CJ in particular has really cracked down, and they will shut down your entire account if you link to an affiliate offer from YouTube. So the light bulb moment for me, and we'll see if the video pops in. This is a really ugly video. So it's not really, you're not really missing out on anything by not seeing it. But I did a video on wireless network adapter alternatives for the Xbox, because there are lots and lots of people who have houses where they have their Xbox that's nowhere near their router. They don't have in-wall Ethernet, and their wireless signal is garbage. So I happened to do this video about how to use Ethernet over power line adapters, which is something that's a technology that's been around for a long time. I did this back in, I think it was 2007 that I published the video, and I made over 10K from the video from affiliate sales. And I had no strategy behind this at all. This is the moment the light bulb came on for me in 2007, and I said, oh wow, you can actually make money doing this. 1.2 million views later, and over $10,000 in affiliate sales of people buying Ethernet over power line adapters. So I'm going to pop out of, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm being a little experimental, and rather than doing a PowerPoint slide, I did my entire presentation as a WordPress site using a presentation solution.
How long of a time was that?
For the 10K? Yeah. It was under a year. I don't know exactly what the time frame was, but it was so. And so the question was, how long of a time did it take to make the $10,000? And it was under a year. Could you step up to the mic?
Where did you post this video?
YouTube.
And how did you make money from it?
I'll get to that in just a moment. Apparently, nobody really wants to know that my Vio needs an update. All right, so I'm going to step through some of the types of videos that I know are currently working to make money. Shopping haul videos. This is something that is a mystery to me because I really completely don't get it, but hundreds of thousands of people watch shopping haul videos, and some of them buy stuff as a result of watching the videos. So it's basically, these videos are people talking about things they buy. Literally, someone goes shopping to the store, say to a clothing store, they go to Sephora and buy a bunch of stuff, or they even go to the grocery store and buy their groceries, and then they come back, they point a video camera at themselves, and they start talking about all of the things, unloading them from the bag, one piece at a time, talking about what it is, why they bought it, what they liked about it, what it pairs with, and I mean, like, I won't force you to watch one, but this is a good example. Megan Loves Makeup, or Megan Hart's Makeup is the YouTube channel. This girl gets a couple 100,000 views every time she does a video about absolutely anything from how to put on makeup to like this like bikini top that she bought. And there is money to be made in tying these back to affiliate sales. Product feature reviews. This is something that I have tended to do that has worked fairly well. I've done it on my own YouTube channel, but I've also, a lot of the video that I do has been supporting other people, and so I'm showing examples that are directly from my world because I have clearance to talk about the fact that I did them, but I've done some work with a number of other people. Product reviews. The example would be you talk about what the particular product is. In this case, I was talking about a solution that allows you to do handwriting on a tablet that then gets stored in Evernote. That's a paid solution. That's this is not a very good example in terms of being lucrative because apps that are in the sub $5 range don't make you enough money to matter. But it's an example of the type of video that would work. And this works whether you're doing a $5 app or whether you're showing people how to use power tools to build something and then having people ultimately go out and buy the power tools. So the key ingredients with the product review style is you walk through what are the features of the product, what is the solution that it solves, and then you link to the product in the description section of the YouTube video. You have a call to action ad on top of it, which I'll get to a little bit later, and then you kind of highlight the product features and benefits. And in most cases, all of these areas where I'm talking about linking from the YouTube video description or linking from the YouTube call to action, you're actually going to link to a landing page on another site that then links to the offer. And that is specifically to get around the issue of violating anybody's terms of service. Because if you've got a landing page that is approved, then you can use that landing page whether you're linking to it from YouTube or anywhere else. But in a lot of cases, like I said, YouTube is being called out specifically as being a source that you cannot link from. How-to videos teach people the solution to a problem. There's a lot of examples of that. One of the ones that doesn't seem to be popping in here again is I did how to set up a solar-powered security camera on your house, and the number of requests for the exact set of materials that I had to do that have resulted in sales is I didn't even bother to track it because originally I did it just because it was like a goofy project that I decided to do, and then all of a sudden I had all these people who were asking me for it, and so I sent them affiliate links and started making money. But I have sold over 200 of the various pieces of this security camera. Lead generation. Lead generation is obviously one of the ways that has kind of a lower barrier to resistance because there's no credit card involved necessarily. And there's some interesting solutions coming out that make it easier to do lead generation in conjunction with video. And in this case, this is not something that's generally going to happen on YouTube or on Vimeo or on any of the other kind of social video sites. It's going to happen on your landing page. But it allows you to add a layer of kind of interactivity on top of the video so that you can capture a lead in conjunction with somebody watching the video. And there's kind of three main solutions that I have seen tested. There's Wistia, which is a white label solution that you pay them a monthly fee, you host your videos with them, and then you can add some call to actions on top of the videos. LeadBright Lead Player, which was created by a friend of mine, Clay Collins, which allows you to add like an interruptive in your video. And the thing, and I'll get to some features of these in a second. And Viewbix, which the screenshot here is an example of Viewbix. It lets you add like all kinds of crazy stuff as a layer on top of the video. You can see there that details you can like talk about. And this is an example of a rental cabin. But you can have details. You can show a map of where the cabin's located. You can link off to a blog, photos, and the more actually has an opportunity to win a night's stay. But it kind of covered up the video, so it didn't work very well as a screenshot. So comparing the options of these three, as I said, Wistia is a proprietary player. The one thing that it does have is it has built-in statistics, so you can kind of see things about view through and at what point people took action. The LeadBright Lead Player, it works in conjunction with YouTube videos, so you don't have to have, your videos can be hosted on YouTube, and then you can layer LeadBright on top of it. It's a WordPress plugin, so I know many people run affiliate offers through WordPress. Makes it very easy to set up and configure. And it's a one-time payment service as opposed to being a monthly subscription. Viewbix, which I think has the most flexibility in terms of being able to do, as I showed you in that screenshot, you can add all kinds of things on top of it. And there could be call to actions in one or all of those things. It works with YouTube, it works with Vimeo, and it works with some of the other smaller video hosting sites. It offers a number of custom plugin apps. So if you were like, let's say you just wanted to capture email leads, it plugs in with a bunch of the email solutions. It plugs in with a variety of other solutions. You have a question?
On the three of these, do they track, like if people play, can you track how many times somebody plays, that sort of thing, to get analytics back from them?
So Wistia tracks views and plays. And Vubix tracks views and plays. I don't believe that LeadBright's lead player does currently. The other thing, as I said, I work for Has Offers. I know that we have a solution where if you're running offers with us, that you can actually drop some JavaScript that will track at what point somebody played through, and it can actually show a conversion event based on at what point somebody played through the video if you have like a specific requirement for how much they played through. I'm sure that there are competitors that are doing the same thing. So I guess, and I think I covered all the things on Vubix there, but it does do stats. You can do customized call to actions. The example that cabin, you could sign up for a free night stay, as an example. If you were doing, say, one of the things that I think that would be kind of humorous to do would be to do to have actresses do kind of spots where they would say that you can meet girls like them in your area and have them sign up directly from the video, which I'm sure we've all seen those ads, and probably some of us in the room have made money from them. Getting viewers. So that's the key to actually making money from this. And organic content channels, you're going to get viewers a lot of the same ways that you would if you're trying to build up like a lasting audience, through having subscriptions to newsletters, blog posts. You're going to use social media. Embedding the videos on other sites, I think, is actually one of the more interesting opportunities, because in a lot of cases, I have done videos that ultimately have like a call to action to go to a landing page in the description on the video page on YouTube, and I'll have a call to action overlay on the video, and I can get people to embed the video all over the place, and they will click on the video from the site that embedded the video, go over to YouTube to watch it, and then they're seeing my call to action right there in front of them, and the content was good enough that somebody else hosted it. And then search engine optimization, of course, is another way to get views. Paid traffic acquisition is probably the thing that I have gotten the most benefit from more recently, where you link your YouTube account to your AdWords account, and clicks from AdWords from YouTube are currently far cheaper than virtually anywhere else on the planet. So I'm gonna dive in a little bit on AdWords video campaigns. There's basically 4 types of video ads that I'll step through here: in search, in slate, in display, and in stream. First ones are in search, and I kind of went through this via the AdWords interface. You can see there that it's the typical. There's like a thumbnail of the video with a title and a call to action that looks very much like an AdWords ad, and those get shown when people perform a search on YouTube, and they can also show up elsewhere. The in-slate ads are something that someone chooses to watch your video so that they can watch another video that they wanted to watch. These I don't find particularly effective, but I wanted to go through all of the different options. So basically, there are a number of videos. I haven't actually seen a video on YouTube where I have been forced to go through this process, but there are apparently a bunch of videos on YouTube where if you want to watch a video, you are forced to watch a video, but you get to choose which one it is. There's in-display ads, which show up in the various display networks. And it's just a title, as it shows in the example there. It's just a title and the thumbnail. And then the in-stream ads, which I'm sure most of you have seen on YouTube, where you're interrupted by a video that you can click to skip after a certain amount of time. These are highly ineffective for affiliate marketing, because really people want to get to the video they wanted to watch. They don't really want to click through and see whatever your offer was. I probably watch 1 out of every 1,000 of those that I see because it happens to be for a movie trailer or something that I find interesting. So, and that kind of, which formats to use. So the ones that I found that actually generate results in the ads are the in search and in display. And I mean, that kind of makes sense just because those are displayed at times when people are in more of a discovery mode or looking for information. They're not displayed at a time when somebody really just wants to be able to watch the video they wanted to watch. And so the flip side of that is what doesn't work is in-slate campaigns and in-stream campaigns, because in those two instances, those are videos that people are forced to watch so they can get to what they really want to do. So they really don't care what your video is. They just want to get to the next thing. I'm sure there's probably a scenario, so like I say, test your campaigns, because creatively done videos, you probably could get a scenario where with a creatively constructed video, you get somebody excited enough about the ad that you could get them to take action. But I would say that 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have that happen. So the call to action that I keep talking about is this example here, where you can see an overlay, and there's an image, there's a title, and which is basically, I mean, it's just like a Google AdWords ad with a call to action to a landing page. And these are the places that you're going to get a lot of clicks for your videos from YouTube. You publish the video, you buy a AdWords campaign, and you can set your budget. The great thing about this is that none of these AdWords campaigns actually have to cost a lot of money if you are able to get organic traffic. Because if you could get organic traffic, these call to actions still show on the organic traffic by simply spending, I mean, you could set your budget to $5 a day and make it highly unlikely that anybody will actually ever see the ad as a real ad and still get the benefit of the call to action. No, the question is this an in-stream? No, this is not an in-stream. This is actually on the video. It's an overlay on the video as it's playing. Like, so this would be on the YouTube video page, and within the first few seconds, that call to action comes up on the video. So the thing, and then, as I said, what to include in the CTA, you definitely want to use the photo. I've tested it both with a photo and without a photo, and having a photo on the call to action results in like 4 to 5 times the click-through rate of not having a call to action. And the thing about that call to action is you don't actually pay when people click on that call to action. You only pay if they click from in search or in display to get you to the YouTube page. Once they're on your YouTube page, if they click your call to action, that's essentially a freebie. You want, of course, a call to action, and then you want to link off to a landing page so that someone can complete the offer, whatever the offer might be. And as I said, the budget doesn't really need to be very large, because unless you are specifically buying traffic to the video, then you need to budget accordingly for whatever you're trying to convert for. But simply to get the call to action, the budget can be whatever the minimum threshold is in Google AdWords for video campaigns. So the video formula that seems to work with most of these videos, or at least the ones that I have tested, is you want to build a relationship with the viewers. You want to create like a sort of a real persona. And it doesn't have to be, and when I say you have to create it, it doesn't have to be you on camera. You can hire somebody to do it. I actually think the shopping halls, as a prime example, you definitely want somebody who's going to be excited to talk about the stuff they bought when they went shopping. So if that's not you, hire somebody to do it. And I mean, it seems to be 20-something girls who are the target audience for that sort of thing, who shop all over the place. And the range of these shopping halls has been everything from like Forever 21 and kind of the more budget shopping all the way up to, I've seen some fairly high-end clothing store shopping halls. Add value with the video, and I mean that's kind of the thing that I've been talking through with how-to videos, the feature reviews where you talk about the features of the product, the shopping halls. You're adding value by giving somebody useful information in the video beyond just trying to get them to buy into whatever the offer is that you're offering. You're genuinely trying to have them come away feeling like they got something out of the video, because I mean, with any offer, you're not going to convert 100% of people. Be creative whenever possible. The more creative, the better, because that increases the shareability of the videos and makes it more likely that people will embed them. To use an example, my friend Dan Gray does automobile videos. I don't know that he's currently doing any affiliate marketing with them, but but I mean, if you do, he does interesting videos, and his videos get embedded other places. And so when your videos get embedded other places, you're getting traffic from those places that can ultimately be directed to the call to action that you have on the video. And that's the end of my slides, and I wanted to leave plenty of time for questions. So ask away. Come over to the mic if you could.
With tools like Viewbix, wouldn't that negate the need to have an ad?
Not necessarily, because ultimately what you want to do, I mean, that works on the landing page on the site that you already have. So if you want to incorporate video into offers on a website, that works really, really well. Those will not show up on YouTube pages themselves. So you still want to get people from YouTube to your offer page.
Can you make some comments about the sort of the ecosystem that supports video advertising, whether we're talking about the networks, or I think you've shown some of the software that's available to edit videos and perhaps embed tracking code, all that, because it seems like, you know, video advertising is a great idea, but there needs to be sort of an industry that supports that, and I'd be curious to hear more about that.
Can you clarify that a little bit? I'm not sure I...
Yeah, well, for example, you mentioned Commission Junction, and that, you know, they have some rules that you have to obey for that. But are there other video networks? Are there advertisers that provide video, perhaps? Are there, you know, one part of it is creating the content, but another part is trafficking the ads. And so, you know, I think we're all familiar with display advertising, and we're becoming more familiar with video advertising, but video is newer than display, it seems to me. And, you know, are there businesses that are coalescing around all of this, the video content delivery and just sort of the plumbing of it all? For example, if I wanted to make a video, where would I find the advertisers and get their permission? Do I just go to CJ and pull a normal link and then create video and somehow embed that? I guess the plumbing of it. I apologize, it's not a very clear question, but if you can just comment on just sort of the industry that supports video advertising, supports affiliates who do that. So
I guess I am not specifically referring to any scenario where you would embed a URL in the video. I mean, you could do that in theory, but most of the affiliate industry hasn't caught up with that at this point. I think One Network Direct has done some experimenting with that. I haven't heard anybody that has had any wild success with using that. And so what I'm talking more about is you're creating videos, or you're hiring somebody to create videos that talk about the product in a way that makes it compelling to someone to buy it, just like you would if you were optimizing a landing page around why the heck would you buy this thing. And then you take that, and you can use any of their URLs as long as they play within the terms of service, and you're directing people back to a landing page on a website. You're not directing people directly to the offer from like a YouTube or a Vimeo or something like that in most cases.
I guess it's just still also new to me, and I'm looking for places I can go, resources to read up on. Can you just sort of comment on that also? Or is there sort of an industry around video, or is it more just affiliates go and are always pioneering new ways to promote advertisers? But it seems to me the advertisers aren't really supporting that yet.
Real SEO talks a lot about video marketing topics, REEL SEO. but I haven't really seen anybody that is specifically focused on doing video campaigns in the industry in terms of affiliate yet. I mean, I'm sure it will happen. There's a big opportunity for it, but I kind of feel like it's one of those things where, like many other things in the affiliate industry, where people are figuring out what works for them and they're making a lot of money with it, and they don't really want to give away the secret sauce because they don't want to lose the opportunity.
You mentioned before that you made $10,000 for a video. That was with AdWords embedded. Well, YouTube gives you the opportunity to make money from the ads that show your video. Is that what you did?
So the question is, did I make the $10,000 from the video with AdWords, from the YouTube ad network? No. No, I did not. I made, and this was before I had figured out that I actually should be using call to action. I made the $10,000 with a link being the first thing in the description to the video, people clicking to a landing page, and then buying stuff either through Amazon or eBay, which is not exactly the optimal way to generate lots of revenue, but that worked in that case.
I'm doing a lot of videos, and I have like an intro at the beginning, you know, with my logo, and then at the end, you know, with my URL. So there's like a continuity and a, you know, and then I just embed the link back to my blog post as like the first thing in the description. And it seems like there's a lot more I can do. I was just wondering how effective that is compared to some of the other strategies that you're talking about.
So definitely, if you post videos on YouTube, make the first thing in your description a URL. I break this rule all the time and don't post any URL, but if you want to get affiliate conversions, the first thing that you should have in the description of the video is a URL to somewhere that isn't YouTube. And then the next phase of that is set up a campaign for, I guess it's called video campaigns now, where you link up your YouTube account to an AdWords account and do whatever the minimum spend is so that you can actually put the call to action overlay on top of the videos. And don't make people watch don't make people watch ads before your video plays, because that dramatically increases bailout. So if you're using the ads on YouTube, do not show in-stream ads before your video, because people bail out.
So you're just talking about the ones where it's just at the bottom?
Yeah, just an overlay that pops up at the bottom is fine. The thing where you have to watch somebody else's commercial before you can actually watch the video, people bail out, and you lose a lot of views as a result of that.
Right. Okay.
And the other thing that YouTube won't tell you about that is when people don't actually watch that full video, or when people click skip, you don't get paid.
So you have found it just as effective with just the URL linking back to your website, but if you do the AdWords on top of that, or the ads on the bottom,
you'll double the click-through rate at a minimum by having it in both places.
Okay.
So to follow on that, if you're buying...
Go use the mic.
If you're buying...
Go use the mic.
So if you're buying in-search ads and you set a $5 minimum, you show up in search until you've hit your $5 for the day.
Correct.
But your call to action continues to run all the time.
Yes.
And that keeps sending traffic to wherever you want it to go to without incurring any extra costs.
Correct.
So if you have a video that gets thousands of views a day just organically, and you target that video with a in-search campaign just for ha-has, you get.
And you could write a really bad campaign so that it didn't perform very well in search and still use the call to action.
And as long as you let it run. But that call to action runs, and it runs for free, and you can push traffic through that call to action. That's more effective than actually in the description, because it runs off-site.
Yeah, it's more effective in the sense that now you have the ability to drive links from two places.
Second part, mobile. What works on mobile and what doesn't?
I haven't found anything that works on mobile yet with video. That doesn't mean that there isn't something working. App-to-app installs is the only thing that I know that works really, really well in mobile, but you have to have an app in order to drive that.
All right, I have two questions. One is, you said you add the link in the description. Do you send them directly to the affiliate link, or do you have a landing page where you have an affiliate link on?
So I have done it one of two ways. On offers that allow it, I have occasionally sent people directly to the actual landing page by way of a URL shortener that I control, so that if the offer ever goes away, I can change the URL and don't have to go back to YouTube and figure out which video I put a link on. Or
what do you use for that, like Bitly or?
I actually use a service that I install on my own server called Yourls. It's Yourls. It's free. It's a PHP script that hits a MySQL database, and I don't know. It works really well, and that way it's all on your server. I mean, as long as you maintain it, it's never going to go away, and you're not reliant on somebody else's service to make sure that it's going to continue to work. And then the other option is, and the option that I prefer is that you actually send the person to a landing page on a site that you control, so that you don't ever have to worry about violating the offer terms.
Like, do you make it like a landing page where you list benefits and that kind of thing, and then just
Yeah.
a call to action? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it a variety of ways. Sometimes it's very much just like a landing page that's like bullet points of features and benefits and click here to buy. And in some cases, it's actually been like a full-length article that offers more detailed description of what I showed in the video, depending on what it was.
And the other question was, is the description the best place to put it, or can you put it like, I know you have, you can embed like links on the actual video where you can have like a call to action, like click here.
So both parts. You definitely want a link in the description no matter what, because you can do that without spending any money at all. And that's just a feature of YouTube. So if you don't do it, it's kind of silly. But the other thing is, like I was reiterating when Dan asked his question previously, was if you buy a small campaign through AdWords, you can get the call to action that is the overlay, and you definitely will get more clicks if you do both.
Oh, so you're advertising basically on your video?
Well, so the ads that you're buying run throughout the YouTube network of all the places that they run ads, but you get a call to action by signing up to spend that money that goes on your video.
Oh, automatically?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Well, just to follow up on that, so if I have a small campaign of like $100, and I have the little pop-up overlay ad, if my campaign runs out, will that overlay ad continue to show on my video only?
Yes.
Forever?
Yes.
Interesting. Also, what about when you can, in the video, use their little editor and you can put links to other videos? Do they allow you to link away?
If you spend enough money with AdWords, you can link away. Currently, you can link to Indiegogo and Kickstarter campaigns off-site. But if you actually spend money, and I don't know, I think the threshold's like $10K a month on AdWords, okay, that you can then link off to some other sites as well. But I think you have to be like at the $10K a month threshold in order for that, and or you have to be at the point where you actually have an AdWords rep that you can work with on negotiating that sort of thing.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, I'm a little confused with AdWords. I'm pretty new at this. When you say that you buy AdWords campaign, and I know you put the budget of whatever you could afford, is the AdWords related to whatever you're selling, or is the campaign related to something else, and if they click on it, you simply get paid for it?
The AdWords campaign that I'm talking about in this context is an AdWords campaign specific to promoting people coming back to watch the video that you posted on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And then from that page, you have the option to have a call to action that overlays the video, as well as you can obviously put the link in the video description.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yes, my question relates to search visibility. Are you getting that from your YouTube videos, or are you hosting your videos on your own servers and using video sitemaps?
I use YouTube almost exclusively for videos at this point because I found that the video views that I was getting were dramatically higher than trying to do it myself or any other way. And I mean, I have like my own custom code that I wrote to upload videos automatically to S3 and do some wacky stuff that I have just abandoned because YouTube performed much better.
Thank you.
All right, I have another question. You said that if you buy AdWords, AdWords for the video, the link embeds into your video. But do you have to have an AdWords account with that account that you're uploading on YouTube? Because I have an AdWords account, but I have several YouTube logins.
You have to link the two accounts together in order to buy the YouTube video campaigns.
So you can have one AdWords account and like multiple YouTube accounts?
Yes, I have two of them linked to my AdWords account at the moment. I don't know if there's like an upward threshold, but I do have more than one linked to the same AdWords account.
Okay, thank you. That was my question.
Hi. I know you said you aren't a big personal viewer of these haul videos, but I was just curious, do you happen to know of any indexes or any pages that have sort of like an aggregation of retail haul videos?
You know, I have not actually seen a aggregation, but then again, I've never gone looking for one.
Sure.
I honestly, probably the YouTube search. If you search for shopping haul on YouTube and sort by most popular, you'll get a pretty good indication of who these people are, and a lot of them are doing it for fun currently. I mean, if you're looking at it from the standpoint of can I approach somebody that's doing shopping hauls and figure out how to help monetize them, right. I'm pretty sure that would be a smart strategy.
Okay, great. And then can I ask one more?
Sure.
All right. With regard to product videos or product review videos, do you have any experience or any statistics on like optimum length?
Keep them short. I think 90 seconds is about the sweet spot. 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Again, that's a rule I violate all the time, and sometimes I'll make people watch 10 minutes, but they don't necessarily stay for the whole thing. So 90 seconds to 2 minutes is the attention span that most people have.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so this is my takeaway from being here, and I want to make sure I got it written down right. So the ways you can double your click-through rate from videos on YouTube, right? So step one is put your video on YouTube, have it be value-added, how-to's most effective most of the time. Step two is set up AdWords account, linking YouTube account, allowing you to run pay-per-click overlays on the video network, correct? And which gives you an overlay for your own videos, right? If you choose a low daily budget like $5 a day for that particular campaign, even when your budget runs out, your organic views will still keep the overlay and provide free traffic from the clicks on the overlays, correct?
Correct.
With the addition of a link in the description, you'll maximize your click-through rate. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay, so a follow-up
Wait,
question.
what was that last one?
With the addition of a link in the description of the video, you'll maximize your click-through rate.
Yes. Yeah, and you want it to be, and it should be the very first thing.
Sure, with
in the
HTTP,
description.
yeah.
Yep.
And then, so does that overlay run on all your videos on your account?
No, it only runs per video.
Per video. Okay,
Per
cool.
video.
I haven't set that
so
up.
you can customize them per video.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, Jake. What's your take by using YouTube videos to promote a ClickBank product? I know Google traditionally they don't like ClickBank products, so what's your take on that? Have you tried that?
I haven't tried that.
Okay.
In theory, it shouldn't be an issue. I mean, as long as YouTube has not taken down any video that I know of where somebody's talked about something in a fairly promotional way. So I don't see why it would be a problem. Do you have a counter to that? I mean, I would do it on an account that you were willing to lose. Like if you have another account that you're doing other things with, I would maybe do your ClickBank stuff off on a separate account.
Or maybe jump pages.
Yeah, you definitely want jump pages.
Yeah.
You definitely wouldn't want to link directly from ClickBank to ClickBank from YouTube. I don't think, but
right. That's what I thought too. Yeah. just want to confirm.
But yeah, I would say do it on the steps. I would say is create a separate YouTube account for those specific types of promotions, and have landing pages that you can send people to that are not ClickBank, and then have people click from those landing pages to ClickBank or however else you want to direct them.
Thank you.
Is there a way to find out like where people have embedded your videos? Like how would I run a search on Google and say, well, I have this YouTube video, who's embedded it? Maybe I want to contact them for link exchange or something like that. They
YouTube,
like my video.
YouTube will give you some stats on that. It's not perfect, but they'll give you a fair amount of statistics on where your views are coming from through their insights. Yeah, it won't tell you what specific page, but it will tell you where, like, what domains your views are coming from. The other thing is TubeMogul rebranded their product that I'm drawing a blank on what the rebrand is, but TubeMogul has an analytics tool also that you can track all of your videos and get a lot more data on. TubeMogul, M-O-G-U-L. They rebranded it to it's called One something that I don't remember the name. One load.
I have another quick question on, it's a little off topic, but I know if you have a product, you can go and do a video and say, okay, here's a camera bag. But if you're selling something that's knowledge-based, I don't know, maybe like life insurance, or I've written how-to books, I'm always struggling with what kind of a video could I make? So like maybe something that, have you seen anything where like...
Cavemen work really well, I hear, on TV.
What's that?
Kidding.
But where you have something, I don't want to make a video and say, well, this is how you do student aid, and then, well, then now they don't need the book because I did the video and told them about it. Even if it's just one chapter, then, well, then if you do the next chapter, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have all the information.
You probably wouldn't need to do an entire chapter. A summary would probably benefit. One of the things that I have found with doing information products is even if you give a certain amount of the information away for free, people will still buy the rest of the information because they want to refer back to it on a regular basis, or at least, and that may vary depending on the market. But that's been my experience, is that giving some of the information away for free has not like noticeably reduced sales. Any other questions?
What products do you recommend right now that are pretty good sale that you could start off?
I largely focus on the tech market, so I don't know that I would be able to speak to like a broad range of specific products. If you want to compete with Dan in the auto industry, the auto parts do really well. If you can make YouTube videos about how to repair your car and show people how to do it and give them a link to the product to buy, it does surprisingly well. I have a friend who went from doing affiliate sales on, I think it was some sort of turbo boost for the Mini Cooper, that he ended up buying the parts directly from the company in China that was the actual manufacturer of the parts he was reselling, and is now reselling them now selling them directly.
Okay, thank you.
In your videos, do you find that by being yourself, putting yourself in the video converts a lot better than just having words or a PowerPoint presentation?
Definitely having a person. I don't know that having me in the video helps sell things. That might actually be a deterrent for some people. But I also have an online audience that I have had for, I don't know, probably like 12 or 13 years at this point. And so a lot of like kind of the jumping off for me of like getting initial velocity on anything is relating it back to that audience in some way. But anytime I've done something for third parties, it always includes like that human connection, so that the person feels like that they can relate to the person in the video in some way, rather than just making it about the product itself.
So if you're just starting off on the video space and maybe you don't feel as comfortable being in front of the camera and you really don't want to spend money on Fiverr or something like that to hire someone to do it, do you think it's advisable to kind of just do a PowerPoint type presentation, and then maybe later on?
I would go on Craigslist. Yeah, you should do video. Your voice is great. But no, I would say actually the thing to do would be go on Craigslist and put out a call for both actors and people to do the videos, and be upfront about the fact that they're not going to get paid, and you will have more people than you know what to do with. Yeah, but I would actually trust the people for free on Craigslist more than I would trust Fiverr.
Thanks.
So I think I have a better way to ask my question from before, which is, so I manage an affiliate program for an advertiser, actually in the auto space. I'd like to talk to you afterward. But as an advertiser, how would you find affiliates who could video promote?
YouTube is a great place to start. Just search for people that are doing videos in the various keywords that you guys are already targeting in other avenues, and you will find people out there. My friend Brandon that does Mini Cooper videos cleans up partially because he's an SEO as his full-time job, and he decided to offset the cost of his auto parts. But there are a lot of people who are making car videos that would love to make some money.
Just a follow-up question on what he's just asked. How will you then, just in a nutshell, ask these affiliates to start promoting you if they don't know anything about affiliates? If you look for them on, affiliate kind of relationships, if you look for them on YouTube?
I'm not an affiliate manager, so I don't have a good answer to that.
Yeah,
how do you approach somebody in any other medium that may not know that much about affiliates, but you want to start promoting your products?
So you tell them just to put links on their website, and then they can make money from that. If they do videos that is related to your product.
Yeah, I mean it's probably that. It's probably slightly more complex than that, but
yeah.
I mean that would be the gist of it.
Okay.
So this guy's looking for somebody to do a video for him to talk about his product, right?
Okay.
So people pay for that, is
Yeah.
what I'm learning. So if I'm somebody who wants to do that sort of thing, I should just approach business, merchants and see. I'm just making a comment.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, definitely. There's and I mean, granted, people seem to think that turning to Fiverr is the solution for everything these days, but the people who actually want higher quality videos will pay money for them.
Right. Okay. Maybe I should talk to him later. And then my other question is just general about AdWords, because I don't really use AdWords. I have a vegan lifestyle website, so I've been reticent to put up AdWords because, there might be advertising meat or some product. Like, is there a way to control the types of ads that would show up, the types of products?
Yeah,
and
you
things?
can block categories of products. I don't know, in that particular instance, I don't know if you can block meat-related products from a vegan site or not, but well, yeah, on videos, if you're running AdWords on videos, but I'm not actually talking about that you would run ads like you wouldn't run ads on your site. It would be you're using the ads to get more traffic to whatever your offers are.
Okay. And if you're pimping out a product, is there some type of disclosure that you should use other than, in your video, say, this company sent me this,
I think I have a disclosure on my website that you can assume that everything I talk about, I could be getting paid for. But
right. I have that one. I have that one on my site, but I didn't know if there's something special.
YouTube actually has a thing where you can check a box that says that it is a paid placement.
Okay.
And I highly recommend doing that because they don't really care whether you're doing paid placements. They just want it disclosed.
Okay, cool.
Can you speak a little bit to keyword selection and tags, like quality over quantity? Like, is that relevant in any way? And also video responses, like doing responses to very popular videos as a way to get traffic?
Video responses are a good way to get traffic if you can get people to approve them. The challenge is that there's a lot more people that have turned on the approval of the response, but if your video is good, they will approve them, or at least I've found that to be true. Keyword selection, definitely go for quality over quantity. It's not really a how many keywords can I stuff in. It's can I get keywords that are relevant to the video so that it actually shows up in related searches. Because I think I don't obviously have insight into how the YouTube algorithm works, but it seems like if you put in a lot of very generically focused keywords, that you tend to only get search results for those things, and you may not show up very well because you're not targeted. Whereas if you go for slightly more targeted keywords, you're going to get better performance.
I think I'm still struggling a little bit with the AdWords part because I've never used AdWords. But let's just say you have a video for running sneakers and you have your link below saying to go to my landing page with my link to the Amazon or whatever. Now when I go to AdWords and I'm running my AdWords campaign, is that going to be, I click through for $5 and do I say, okay, this is also for running sneakers, or am I creating an AdWords campaign for a warm-up jacket somewhere else? I don't understand how AdWords works. I guess you could just touch on that.
So in conjunction with a YouTube video, there's kind of two ways to get to creating the ad. The first is you upload the video, and there is a promote button associated with the video. Once you have linked up your AdWords account to your YouTube account, you can click the promote button, and it will take you over to the AdWords interface and step you through the campaign setup process. That campaign is specific to the video that you clicked the promote button on. Now, if you go the other route in, which is to go to AdWords and sign in and go to your all video campaigns section, and then you create a new campaign and you choose the video that you want to set up a campaign for. And you could set up campaign groupings, so you could group 10, like if you have 10 or 12 different running related products, to use your example, you could create a campaign that is like running apparel and then have a targeted ad for each one of the videos. I think the maximum is 10 currently in video campaigns. So I mean, you could have up to 10 products in a running apparel campaign, and then you would write copy for the ads for each one of those 10 things. Anyone else? All right, well, I think that wraps it up. I think we're down to about the end of time anyway. Yep, she's holding up the time sign, so she's cutting me off.